Under the Trump administration's push for U.S. energy dominance, albeit policies that excludes renewable sources like wind and solar, there's a fossil fuel building frenzy along the Louisiana and Texas Gulf Coast, where construction of 6 liquefied natural gas, or LNG export terminals, are now underway or planned. That's in addition to 6 terminals currently operating. America's export of so much methane gas is increasing the price of the commodity for heating, cooling, and electricity across the country, and burdening small communities in Louisiana and Texas with increasing levels of toxic pollution. The production of liquefied natural gas is also releasing huge amounts of climate-heating gases into the atmosphere. LNG or methane is 100 times more powerful as a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide in the short term, making its reduction urgent. The company Commonwealth LNG is planning to build an export terminal near Cameron, Louisiana. The project was paused in October by a state judge due to concerns about climate and environmental justice impacts, but her decision was later overridden by Louisiana's Republican governor, Jeff Landry. Between the Lines, Melinda Tuhus spoke with Eddie Lejuine, a fisherman from Cameron, who talks about all the fossil fuel projects now under development in his community and what fisher folk and their supporters are doing to fight back.
They killed the permit. The judge killed that. My understanding is it went back to state and they rescheduled it to start back. The governor Landry has overruled our judge and allowing it to continue to go forth. They're also putting in a carbon capture pipeline about 6 miles from my house. And that's going to put a bunch of contaminants 2,000 foot into the ground below our aquifer and pump it with all the states up north and stuff with all their contaminants is going to go below our water system right not far from my house. The people do not want that. Somehow they pushed it in this area and it's going to be done. It's being done as we speak. There's leakage possible anywhere, but when they put it through this area into the ground, there's been thousands of oil wells have been drilled throughout the 100 years now. So we're like a pincushion in this area. The people are scared that when they push through our water aquifer and get below it, they're going to be pumping with such force. It's the stuff they're going to be putting is really bad contaminants, and it's like a gel form. And when they put that through there, we feel like it's going to find one of the old pipelines, and either it's going to make our water acidly, kill our aquifer, or if it comes to the surface, you can't smell it, you smother to death. So we're facing that also with everything else that's going on with the Venture Global pumping up our marshes and stuff.
So the Venture Global, that's the CP2 project, and that's going forward also, right? The LNG export terminal.
And they're also building one to the north of the plant that we have about 2 miles from my house. They're building another one about 1.5 miles north of it along the same waterway.
It seems to me that you're in a sacrifice zone. Would you agree?
Oh, most definitely. See, we have about 3 miles away, we have the strategic oil petroleum, the salt dome. So we have that. Now we're going to have the pipeline that's coming through with all these contaminants of carbon capture that the state has pushed on us. And with all these plants, they're building the 4th one, expanding the 3rd one. We have one at Sabine, and then the one that the judge killed would be like the 6th one that they're putting in this little area. And as we speak, the mud that they pumped out into our estuary that they're still denying ever doing it.
So do you have anybody on your side? You know, the fishermen have gotten together, but do you have anybody who's on your side trying to fight these projects?
The police jury board. Well, we have one police juryman that's very concerned. The rest of them, they're for the industry. Some of the words that were said was sometimes they have to be sacrifices to make overall better for the parish.
Are there groups, you know, like local groups or Sierra Club? Is there any group like that that's in your corner?
Yes, we have the Sierra Club. when I was up there in Washington, that's who was helping us there. There's the Bucket Brigade in the area, and then there's Fish. That's the little committee that we have going on, and Habitat Recovery. I've also, amongst a lot of the fishermen, have retained a lawyer now.
That was Eddie Lejuine, a fisherman from Cameron, Louisiana. Learn more about how the fossil fuel industry has impacted the lives of Americans in the Gulf South by visiting our Between the Lines website at btlonline.org.